Good evening. Give me 1 second. Hopefully we've got everything up and running correctly. Once I check that, we'll get started. Oh, looks like we're good. Hi, this is Tara. I'm Tara with Tarabeth Stamps. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in mid-Missouri. Yikes, we don't want that feedback. All right, there we go. So if you're on, give me a shout out. Let me know that you're here watching, where you're from, and if this is the first time you've watched with me. As I said, we are going to make a fun fold card today. Wow. And I made this one yesterday. We had a crop here in town. It was really awesome. I needed the girlfriend time, so it was really fantastic. So this is one of the things that came out of this particular crop. Ooh, this is really crooked today. I don't know if I'm going to make it worse. Okay, so this is using one of the new items that I got this week. Oh yeah, I don't want to say it too fast, Mary. So this is the ink and tiled bundle. Actually, it's most of the suite. I didn't use the Lost Lagoon ribbon, which is gorgeous, just because I'm cutting my ribbon share up and I want to make sure that I have enough of everything before I start delving into that stuff. But this is the ink and tiled set. This is a bundle that comes with 2 punches. And if I'm going to be honest, this wasn't high up on my list of things that I wanted, but because it was really expensive and I had a half price item, I jumped on it for half price. And I'm really glad I did, because I think I'm going to end up loving this. So the inked and tiled stamp set and bundle. This is the DSP that it comes with it. So you've got Calypso Coral, you have Lost Lagoon. And I'll be honest, I was really kind of sad that we were losing Soft Succulent and Evening Evergreen, but I think that Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock may just take its place with Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent. So look at these gorgeous papers. You know that I love orange, so Calypso Coral is one of my faves. And that Crushed Curry. So gorgeous, gorgeous papers. So I'll put these up. So gorgeous coordinating papers. Love it, love it, love it. I've seen so many cards done with this set already. I had a couple of sneak peeks on my team meeting this afternoon. So I think you're going to start seeing some amazing cards. So what I've done is I've done a tri-fold accordion card. So this is a birthday card using the punch set, as well as this gorgeous DSP. This is a card that you can use to just showcase that gorgeous paper that we've got. So that's why I love to make this one. So I'm going to set this out of the way. I'm going to prop that up, and then let's get started. Uh-oh, the dogs are barking. Lord only knows what's going on downstairs. All right, so all of these measurements will be on my blog at tarabethstamps.blogspot.com tomorrow, but we're going to do some scoring on my simple score tool. They really are some great substitutes. I was really sad, but I'm thinking I can live with this one. So we're going to score this in a couple of different places. We are going to do this at 1 3/4. And the reason I use my score tool is because I think it gives a little bit of a better crease. And when you've got multiple folds, I think it's worth grabbing out. And I usually keep it right by my desk anyway. Okay, so I've got there's 3 1/2, 4 1/2, 5 1/4. Yep, 5 1/4 and 7. Man, I hope I did those measurements right. I usually have it on a sticky note up at the top, and, you know, that's not working out today. Today's been kind of one of those bizarre days. All right. So what we have is we have these 4 score lines. 1 1/4, 3/4. Oh, I did my math right. Fantastic. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring my bone folder out here, and I am going to fold in accordion fashion. So I'm going to fold the front back, and so then I'm going to create a mountain here, and then I'm going to fold it back and create that valley, and then I'm going to create that last mountain. So I don't, if you can tell, that's Mountain Valley, Mountain Valley. So that's how you get your little accordion fold. And this is just a very little stamping, but a whole lot of gluing. And you know, let's go ahead and do some stamping now. And the reason that I'm going to do this first versus last is because we are using the dark peacock. There's a lot of pigment in this, so it does take a little bit longer to dry. This is the reason that you get kind of that smearing with Night of Navy. So we're going to go ahead and just ink this stamp from the Inked and Tiled set. And we're just going to do just a stamp on that corner with that pretty peacock. Then we're going to do the same thing up in this corner. Okay, I'm going to set this aside, let that dry. Then we're going to bring out a square. Hopefully this is it. Yep, that's it. Nope, that's not it. I don't know where it went. We're going to cut it again real quick. So this is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And I cut all these right before I came on tonight, so I'm not really surprised that that was measuring wrong. It just looked wrong. So, all right, so here's a panel of Very Vanilla, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the front. And this way you have a little bit of room to put a small little note to that birthday person. Sign your name. All right, we're going to do that. Hey, Vicki, thanks for joining. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I haven't done any shout-outs. I'm sorry. I appreciate you guys being on tonight. Sorry I missed last week. I can't believe I didn't tell you the week before that I was going to miss it. I've been planning on, you know, kiddos' prom all this time. It's just time seems to get away from me. And at the beginning of the month is always hard for me. All right, so then we're going to stamp a little bit of that with Lost Lagoon. There we go. I'm going to set that aside, and we'll set this aside and let it dry. Now, we will take a piece of Calypso Coral, and I'm going to go ahead and punch this guy out first. Nope, we're going to punch it on Petal Pink, sorry. So there's a Petal Pink, and here's the Calypso Coral. All right, so these are fun little great stamp sets. As you can tell, you can like line these up and create like a little pattern. There's gonna be so much that you can do with this set. You're gonna see great cards with this. All right, happy birthday. And I think I kind of want my birthday, there we go. So I'm going to set up my punch piece the way I want it before I stamp it. All right. Now we'll get to putting everything together. So what I've done is I've cut out 4 pieces of Pretty Peacock, and these are measuring 1 5/8 by 5 3/8. And then I've got the coordinating DSP here from that botanical, inked botanical set. All right, so we'll use a little bit of seal. So what's everybody's favorite color so far out of the new colors, whether it's an in color or a color refresh? Anybody have any favorites? I am digging that Pretty Peacock is back. But I have to say I really love Lemon Lolly. What else? Oh, Pretty Peacock. I used that a lot the first time around. And yeah, I'm excited to have it back. So Pretty Peacock, I love the Lemon Lolly. The Copper Clay, oh my goodness, Carol, you and I are right on it. Copper Clay has been the color that surprised me. That in, yeah, I don't blame you, Mary. I'd keep Lemon Lolly pulled out too. Surprisingly enough, I haven't used it a lot, but it is my favorite. I think I'm a little intimidated by it because I love it so much. I don't want to mess it up. Ooh. All right, so I didn't get that matte, so I'm just going to slowly peel this back off. That's the nice thing about the seal. If you're using the regular Stampin' Seal, as long as you haven't pressed it down yet, there's a little bit of reaction time for you to pull it back up. So I do like that. And then you don't get the inky, the gross liquid adhesive thing going on. Quite honestly, I don't hate wild wheat as much as I thought I would. I'm a little surprised by it, actually. That's another one that I think is going to have to grow on me. But I think it will. Now this paper is the one that surprised me. Every time they have a new catalog come out and I get all the DSP, I'm usually pleasingly surprised with at least one package. And this one, I liked it. It was okay. It didn't yell at me a lot. When I started pulling it out and separating it from my paper share the other day, I was like, oh, this is the one. Gorgeous. And then when you throw in a little Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock, that makes it even better. All right, so there's a couple of things going on right now. There's a new birthday card kit that you can get on the blog, on the website. We've still got our online exclusives. Obviously, our color refresh is going on, and lots of beautiful new colors. Loving it. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm just adding all of these layers. Now, you know, if it's a Tarabeth card, it's going to have lots of layers and it's going to be heavy. So this is definitely one that you're going to have to send with that extra postage. And I totally forgot to cut out the additional piece. Like I said, I was kind of out of it when I was getting this card ready this afternoon. Okay, there we go. All right, so here's our accordion fold, and we're so close to being done, it's not even funny. The problem is going to be, I don't know if I have another piece of Pretty Peacock. I bought a whole package, and for some reason it has disappeared. I don't know what I've done with it. It should be up in its little spot in the cabinet, but it's not. Let's see here. We may have to go Lost Lagoon with that piece. All right. So this is going to be a 6x3 sheet. And on my blog, it's going to say it's Pretty Peacock, but it's really going to be Lost Lagoon for this one. So let's see here, 2.5. And then we will score it at 3. And rather than pulling my score tool out for that one, we'll just use the... All right. So let's give that a little fold. And this is where we're going to adhere our stamped pieces. So one's going to go on the front. And so this is going to open this direction. So this is going to adhere like this. It's going to sandwich that accordion right there. So make sure when you're gluing on your pieces, that's a little shy too, but we're going to make it work. So we will put that right there. And then we're going to flip it around and decide which one we want on the top and which one we want on the bottom. I kind of like that direction. So you have to look at your stamping and play around with it and see which way you like it the best. There we go. Now I'm going to take a little bit of tear tape. And I'm going to use tear tape because I think this holds a little stronger for our 3D cards, our fun fold cards. So I like to use tear tape. So I'm just going to put 2 strips on the end of each end. Get that out of the way. I'm going to peel these off with your take your pick tool. And I'm going to carefully sandwich this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of sit this where I think I want it. And I think I want it about there. I want to make sure that it's nice and straight before I seal it down. All right, we are so close to being done here. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll these around and try to create that starburst with that Calypso coral just peeking out from the other side. And I'm going to add that together, maybe not with liquid adhesive. That's an accident waiting to happen. All right. Seal it is. So I'm just going to have to be a little more careful as I'm twirling it around, that I've got it exactly where I want it. There we go. All right, last thing, couple of things. Let's take a dimensional and put it on the back of this. Let's decide. I think we'll put it right there on this one. And then we're going to finish the front up. See, this is a super beautiful card that's so easy. And once you make it once, it is super duper easy. So we're going to use some of these brush brass. Once again, something I can't say fast today. Brush brass butterflies. We may overload this one. I'm not real sure where I want that one. There we go. All right. So all we have left is our envelope. Let's do a little bit of Stampin' and add a couple of leaves on here. Make sure our envelopes go in the right direction. And these watercolor images are just gorgeous. All right, step away from the stamp set, Tara. Step away. Sometimes I just get to go in and I'm like, oh yeah, and one more, and one more. Oh, and one more. No, that was enough. See if we can't poke a hole in the bottom of this. See if I can get it to go in. There we go. Ooh. That's a lot of glue. Let's see if I can't smear it a little bit. There we go. So I've got the coordinating DSP that I'm putting on my flap. We'll give it a little snip and then we'll be out of here and done. I can't thank you guys enough for hanging out with me tonight on this quick little tri-fold accordion. As I said, the measurements and supplies will all be available on my blog. Do you like all that adhesive, Mary? Look at it. That's why I don't like liquid adhesive, because it's all icky and everywhere. All right, here's our card. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you here next week, this time, for another tutorial. Have a great weekend. Bye.